Hey everybody, I am going to be installing this new Wyze video doorbell that I bought. I've currently got the original first version of the Wyze doorbell. I'm going to be replacing that with this. So I'm just going to be taking you through the steps and give you my general thoughts at the end. Okay, first thing I'll do is just show you everything that came in it. This is the box that came in, took everything out, and this is the actual doorbell itself. You got some mounting hardware. This is, I think, what connects to the chime in the house. So that connects directly to the wires that'll come out of the house. And then just some screws and some backup wires, I think. But we'll figure it out as we go. First thing I'm going to do is go shut off the power to the doorbell. One other thing, I did buy a SD card. So that SD card will go into the back of the doorbell. In this part here, there's a little, it says setup on it. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but I'll be doing that as well at some point. Okay, so I opened up the app and it walks you through the instructions on how to do this. And the first thing it tells you to do is not mess with putting the new doorbell in. This is my old one, but it has you go to the chime box, which for me is right up there inside my door. So I'm gonna go grab a ladder, open that up, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I took off the plate and this is what's there. When I'm following the instructions, it looks like there's supposed to be wires connected to this middle terminal and then to this other one called front, so front and transformer. I believe when I replaced and installed the V1 Wyze doorbell, I installed this white connector here. So I'm gonna take that off and I'm gonna, I guess, have to guess which one of these red wires is front and which one of them goes to the transformer. But I think we can give it a try and see if it works. But I'm gonna assume that this one was going to the middle transformer slot, and then that right red wire was going to this part here labeled front. So the Wyze instructions are saying to take this and take this long black wire and connect it to the wire that was connected to front, which I'm gonna assume is this right red one. I don't think we're gonna damage anything if it's incorrect. We'll just swap it at the end if it's wrong. But that's what I'm gonna do here. Okay, so you can see I've got this black wire I just connected with a little wire nut. So you just put them together and then spin it clockwise together until it's nice and tight. So that's done. And now the next step is it's saying this white wire on the Wyze chime, this is gonna go to the front. So I'm gonna connect it to that front terminal, which is the far right lug there. So I'm just gonna slide it right up underneath here and then tighten that down with a Phillips. Okay, so the instructions are assuming that there's already a wire connected to this middle transformer plug. I believe when I installed the Wyze Camera 1 that it was this one connected there. So I'm gonna put that on the middle plug, and then it also says to connect this red wire to the middle plug. What I'm gonna do here is, just since I don't know, if it doesn't work when I do that, I'll know I have these reversed. So then I will take this one off of that middle plug, swap it with this other one, and then try it again. That's my plan anyway. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now, if you can see in there. I'm gonna leave this all open, just like I said, in case I have them reversed. I will then just swap those two red wires coming out of the chime box here. But hopefully I have it right. We're gonna go down and replace the actual doorbell itself now. Okay, so we're back out by the doorbell. I'm gonna work on getting this one off, which I believe you just lift up and pull it off. There it is. All right, then there's the two wires, and we're just gonna disconnect those, and we'll get this bracket off and we'll put the new one on, and I'll show you that. So yeah, I'm just unscrewing these to get the lugs out. We'll get those off, be done with this, and then I'm just gonna take these off and get this off of here, and then we'll start working on the new, there's a different plate that comes with the newer doorbell. So I got these two screws out of this plate, and then that just comes off like that. And then we're gonna take these two off, and then I'm gonna start trying to figure out how the new plate goes on. So I'm just gonna take these existing screws out, I might just reuse them. I won't show you the whole thing just for time purposes, but I'm going to get those two out, get this off, and then there's another one that came with the new doorbell. So, of course, this is my new one. And the reason I have it, so I just fed it through there like that so that these wires come through. And I have it pointing this way since the door is over here. I want the doorbell looking this way. So that's why the wedge is kind of on this 45-degree angle. The holes don't line up. So I think what I'm going to do is just use the bottom hole for the bottom one, and then just get my drill out and just start a new hole for the top hole. All right, so you can see I'm getting this bottom one put in. I still think the height's fine. I'm going to just snug it down so it's pretty straight up and down, so I don't have to worry about holding it. So that's about as snug as it needs to be. Looks pretty straight up and down, and now I'm just gonna, I don't even know if I need my drill. I might be able to just hand start it. Probably would be easier if I just got a drill, but this is pretty soft wood. Yeah, maybe I will get my drill. Let's do that. All right, so I used my drill. Just got it going. I'm gonna finish it with the screwdriver because there's not a lot of room between this housing. I kind of already bumped it up a little here, but it'll be fine. So I'm just gonna tighten that up. For some reason, these screws are overly long. I don't think you really need that, but whatever. All right, that is nice and tight. All right, so now this is all snug. I'm gonna put the plate on. It has the up arrow, so you know which way is up. And we're gonna get that clicked in there if we can. Get these in there. Just snaps in. And this never works well when I'm filming real time. I'll try it this way. Give me 1 second. All right, well, it took a little working, but I was able to kind of work it around the edges and finally get it to snap in. And then there's two little screws that kind of come along, and these are going to go in here and here, so I'll get those put in. So they just go, hopefully they will fit. This does not look like it's got a lot of tolerance there. Get that in there tight, and I'll do the same for the bottom. All right, so the next step is to connect the wires of the actual doorbell, but before I do that, I'm going to put the SD card in. I mistakenly told you guys it goes up here. That's actually a button. The card goes in on the side here, so I'm just going to do that now so I don't have to do it while it's mounted. Let me take a look at, I got my card here to see if there's anything. If I can figure out which direction it goes in, I'll show you. All right, so you can see the front of the doorbell is this way. The card goes in this way. Let's see if we can put it in there. And then I usually just use like a little screwdriver or something because you have to push it all the way in until it clicks, and then it'll stay, and then you just fold this piece back over, and just so it keeps the weather out. So I'm going to try that. You just push it down until it clicks. Okay, used a screwdriver, pushed it down, it clicked, and we'll just fit that back over, and then we'll go back and we'll hook up the wires to here. All right, so you just got to loosen these up a little bit so you can get these little lugs on there. So I just back those out a little bit. I don't believe it matters which direction these go, or you know, vice versa. It's bipolar, I guess. And then just put that one on like that. Back that out a little bit more. There, it's on there. Tighten them down. Just nice and snug. Then we've got to get all the wires tucked away in there. There's not a lot of room, so you got to get a little creative with it. So I'm going to work on just getting them all pushed back there, and then we'll see how it snaps on. All right, so there's little holes on the back of this doorbell unit, which click in. So you got to get it on there, and then I believe you just push down. So they're in right now. Let me take another look at it here. Okay, yeah, so I started it a little bit above. So this part is a little bit above the base. And you get it fit in the holes. Again, with the wires being stuffed in, it's a little tricky. And then you just put a little pressure and push down, and it clicks right in. So now it's on there nice and solid. I think the next step is turn the power on and see how we did with the wiring of the chime. But I'll double check. We'll be right back. Okay, so after I turned the power back on, it was flashing orange. So it asks on the app, as you go through the steps on the app, if I heard ready to connect. I didn't, so I had to actually take it back off again and hit that button that I originally thought was where the SD card goes. That's the setup button. So I had to take it off, hit that again. Then it says ready to connect. And then I was able to connect it to my home Wi-Fi, and it's all set up. So just FYI, you might want to just wait before you put it back on until you turn the power on, in case you have to hit that setup button. Otherwise, you just got to take it off again. All right, so the last thing, after you're done with the install and it's working, I really don't know why it's blinking. Maybe it always does that. It actually prompted me and asked how I want the doorbell chime to be set up. And so you basically go into the V2 doorbell settings, and there's a setting that you click on that says chime, and it's set for this to just make a noise outside. But we just got done setting up the chime in our house, so we want that going off. So you have to change it to mechanical, and apparently we wired the inside correctly, because when I click this, it works. So the last step of this is I'm going to put that little box in there and then cover it up with the plate with the 2 screws, and that's it. I'll leave a few notes in the description too, just in terms of what I think of this, but it definitely looks a lot better than the last one. Yeah, no, it looks pretty good. So I'll leave some notes just in terms of what I think of it, but thanks again for watching.